some way that we might modernize the definition of family and significant others in a way that is enforceable and that doesn't invade anyone's privacy, which was never the intent.
Okay, thank you. Let's open up for dialogue. Anyone in the commission? Commissioner Rosen Gonzalez, please.
Everybody's told me to follow Michelle Obama's advice. When they go low, you go high. But I'm sorry, I've got a few things to say here because I'm so incensed. I feel like I was being targeted. Well, when I first saw the first iteration of this ordinance with the word sexual, the first thought that came to mind was, Commissioner Malakoff, you're a married woman. What are you doing? Or, Philip, have you been getting lucky lately, Mr. Mayor?
It's all about Earl.
Ricky, your wife is pregnant.
I've been lobbying the city, and I've been telling
personal
you.
Relationship. Commissioner Steinberg, you went to elementary school with Alex Heckler. Is that not true?
No, I did not go to elementary school.
Middle school? But anyway, we're small town. We're small town. We all know each other. We have personal friendships.
Anybody accusing someone of going to school with Alex Heckler, that's a low blow, okay? That's a low blow.
But I did go to school with a lot of other people, not Alex Heckler.
Not Heckler.
This is a small community. We all have personal relationships. And Commissioner Aleman, what I have to say right now is not so much directed to you as it is to David Custin back there. David, you want to come up here and take it? No? Okay, so then I'll just talk to you from over here. I started to research the origin of this ordinance, and what I found, was a little bit disconcerting. Commissioner Aleman started the draft of this ordinance right after this commission passed an ordinance saying that campaign consultants had to disclose whose campaigns they were running when they were lobbying these commissioners on the dais. It made a lot of sense. It was only 1 year. I would have preferred it to be 2 years. It was a kind of town crier ordinance, Mr. Custin, where you had to come up and say, hey, I ran these campaigns and now I'm going to lobby you. It was fair. Everybody agreed. It was only 1 year, only disclosure. Surprisingly, you've been absent from the commission of late. N'est-ce pas? Okay. I think it's payback. This ordinance is some sort of payback because I sponsored that item. David Custin ran Commissioner Aleman's campaign. I have reason to believe that Commissioner Aleman and David Custin have what we would be considered under this ordinance as a close personal relationship. I know that I had a close personal relationship with my campaign consultant. I think we all have close personal relationships with our campaign consultants. So this ordinance would make you disclose 10 times more. All of us would have to be constantly disclosing. I just don't see how it would be enforced. Commissioner Aleman, did you disclose to date, did Mr. Custin lobby you at all on this ordinance? I don't know if you're a registered lobbyist on this legislation, or I don't even know what lobbying under what. I don't even know. And it says romantic relationships and dating. Raul, who dates and has romantic relationships without sex? Just because you remove the word sex doesn't mean that the sexual implication there is not implied. Okay? There's a connection to the Shore Club here, and I want to prove that connection too. David Custin in the past has been paid by the Shore Club. I know here, according to the lobbyist logs, at least $60,000. But I do know that while all of these parking ordinances were going on at the HPB level, David Custin was there. He was sitting adjacent to the CEO and lead lobbyist on this, Lori Golub. At the hearings, he didn't speak, because then he would have had to disclose something. But he was in close conference with the attorney. He presented himself informally at that meeting, and we have qualitative research to prove this, that he was working for the Shore Club. He didn't register as a lobbyist. Why? Have to disclose? Tom Mooney, head of the planning department, last month's hearing, where the $1 million loophole for the Shore Club was disclosed, admitted that the loophole was designed at the request of the Shore Club. Who, from the Shore Club, requested the special dispensation for the $1 million? Was it Commissioner Grieco, whose ordinance it was? And whose campaign you ran? Was it you? Was it Commissioner Allen? I just want to understand. Was it Lori Golub, who you were cozying up to at that meeting, at the HPB meeting? Did Commissioner Grieco know that this was for the Shore Club? Did he speak to you? These kind of personal relationships, this would be good because this is the kind of disclosure that we need here in Miami Beach. From the way we were defending this $1 million deal, those personal relationships kicks in. Is it a coincidence that you ran their campaigns, and now Commissioner Aleman has put forward this ordinance right after you had a disclosure ordinance. I don't know. Maybe we should all connect the dots and see. I know that this is also targeting a close personal friend of mine, Kent Harrison Robbins. High ethical code, preservationist. He helped me in my campaign, but you know what the difference is? I didn't pay him. They paid you, okay? My relationship with Mr. it didn't benefit me anyway, except to uncover information relevant to the Shore Club. This isn't about ethics, though. This ordinance is a payback, and it's about constitutionality, and that's why I don't think we should even consider it. I called the head of the Ethics Commission yesterday, Mr. Joe Santorino, and I asked him, I said, is this an ethical consideration? And you know what he said? He said, no, it's not an ethical consideration. This is a constitutional consideration. As elected officials, we're bound to an ethical code. I know that I have to do the right thing. I know that there should be no quid pro quo. I know these things. I don't need to disclose anybody that I'm dating. I don't need to disclose these things. I just don't need to. But we do all know that giving away $1 million deal to the Shore Club, that's not right. It's just not right. Wait, I'm almost done. And also, I have close personal friendships, and I vote against them. I love Sandor Scher. He's my friend. We met each other during the campaign, and I vote against him all the time. So what, I'm going to, So, enforcement. How can you define close personal friendship? How does dating figure in, but not sex? We removed the word sexual. I already covered that. According to Commissioner Aleman, all personal relationships are sexual. And wait, hold on. So this ordinance, is it going to be like page 6 of the New York Post? Is that what we're going for here? I just want to know. I want to understand it. Commissioner Aleman, this busybody ordinance, you want to know with whom all of us choose to spend our time? I think that's my business. It's my constitutional right. It's all of our constitutional rights. It's our personal life. I don't want to have to disclose it because I already know what good and bad ethics are. Mr. Santorino taught me in my training session, but I already knew them before that.
Okay.
David Custin, I'm not finished.
Okay.
Wait. I'm almost done, okay? I'm so disappointed. Commissioner Aleman, David Custin, very disappointed in you. This ordinance is too ambiguous to be enforced. I'll support it if everybody wants to support this, and then we can disclose all the time. We can begin to public record request every single message between one person and another, and it would be a great big disaster. But you know what I'm going to propose? Your town crier ordinance was 1 year. I would like to propose that his town crier ordinance is now 2 years. 2 years after you run a campaign, you should have to disclose whose campaigns you ran, because that is good disclosure. That is good ethics. That is what we need here in Miami Beach. I know we can do better than this. If we pass this, if it even gets a second, I think that Miami Beach overall will be hitting a new low. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner. Okay. David, did you want to say something?
Only if you'd like me to, Mayor. The only thing I would say, my name is David Custin. I don't know how to react to that. I've been in the business of governmental affairs in various levels in Florida since 1991, and this is a first. And all I would say is 99 to 100% of what was just said by your colleague is not true. Is absolute slander. I don't know how an elected official can be sworn in and just slander people and make things up. I think the record's been established. I was here monitoring other issues and have nothing to do with this ordinance. I'll do that under oath if I have to. I'll do it on the Bible. Have nothing to do with this ordinance. I heard about it over the weekend, and it's an offshoot, like the city attorney described, since what was sponsored back in June, targeting me. So at least that's been clear that she has a vendetta, a personal target on me. But this thing today, I have nothing to do with, and I don't know. I'm at a loss for words other than that.
All right. Thank you, David.